What's up, Chief? Boss. Alright. Hard to get in the swing of things. I'm all out of sorts. What's going on? I'm Know Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. And that's what I'm here to do every time I'm live. I hope to learn from you, and I hope you can learn along with me. Legend. Oh, wow. Finishing work. I'm finishing a work call, but then can you grab some popcorn and vibe out? Yeah, it's just going to be a vibe. Tonight we're just going to be working on, I think we're going to do some script work. I want to have a Article 5 video ready. Sorry, a Constitutional Convention video ready, because things are getting bad. The Senate's got 50 votes on the voter suppression law. Yeah, so I gotta produce the video game theory video that I'm working on, so that we can drive more traffic, and I need to have a Constitutional Convention video ready so that there's something to steer people to. And I've already got a 30-minute Constitutional Convention video, but I need something bite-sized. Do you think this is the sort of the last death rattle of the movement? Boy, it's the make or break moment. It really is. Can they get away with just destroying an election in the open? It's possible they can. I'm not as optimistic as a lot of people are. A lot of people are like, well, this is it. This is their last hurrah. They're going to break everything, but can't really know how things go until they happen, and it's scary to watch. I mean, it's insane to me that Republicans in Congress could give this kind of support to completely suppressing the vote. It's like the system's gone. It's that far gone. We're just kind of fucked. Or I don't know if we're fucked, but the system's fucked. America is fucked in like not a fatalist sense, but in like a assessment of what's going on sense. Yeah. System is broken, and the only way to fix it is with a Constitutional Convention. That's the only thing you can do. I need people to fucking understand that, and we need to start getting people on board with that. I don't know if I'm the guy to do it, but I'm definitely going to try. It's all I can do. Because during the first Trump presidency, I kept feeling like I should have been doing something, and then by the time it was done, I felt like I felt guilty for having done nothing. So I'm not doing that this time. Not doing it again. But I can only do what I'm able to do, and that's what I'm going to put forward. I think it's getting comfortable with the fact that it's a system that has to change. It simply cannot continue to exist in its current form. That's right. That's right. So we're going to pull my 30-minute video up, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to try to figure out what works, what needs to stick around, like what's effective, and we're going to try and trim it down, I think, to like a 5-minute video. Change is scary unless you do it incrementally, little bit by little bit. Get them super comfortable with it. Okay, so let's switch over to random work. I'm going to put a banner up to say exactly what we're doing. Gotta fix my posture. Ooh. And it's kind of hard to get all my shit together. Like I feel like my shit's together all right, but like mentally I feel completely frazzled because your boy's fallen deep in it with a lady, and it's completely got me discombobulated. And Ugh. Ew. Girls, ew. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. It's been an insane week. It's been an insane week. Week and a half, I guess, at this point. 10 days, and I'm in it, she's in it, we're in it, and I'm discombobulated. Okay. Where's my banner? Yeah, there it is. Okay, that should do it. Throw that up there. There we go. Perfect. That way, people can bring news to me. I don't have to go hunting for news, and I can get to work. Like that. I love that. Okay. Hey, Maddie. I miss seeing you every day, Maddie. You're like the highlight of my day every day, and now I'm taking breaks. Like, what's happening? Oh, greetings from Chile, says Notables Radio on the YouTube chat. How are you doing, Notables? Well, I'm glad you're back home. Glad you made it safe. We are going to work on the script for the short form Constitutional Convention video because we have to have that ready. Got to have it ready. Went to a mermaid bar. That's awesome. Notables is alive, so they're great. I'm glad you're alive, Notables. I'm proud of you. And if you haven't been here before, that isn't a bit. I'm proud of you. Good job being you. Notables, if you haven't been here before, this is a channel where I like to talk politics with people that I disagree with. I normally say debate, but I don't want to debate. I want to talk. I want to understand more. I want to get to a place of common ground. And I largely push for a constitutional convention, which is what we're working on tonight. Because as Optimus in Twitch chat just put, we have to get comfortable with the idea that we have a broken system and there isn't any way forward but to fix it. We have to get comfortable with that idea. We just have to fix it, period. Yeah, notables, when we don't have any debates up, then we are covering the news, or we're working on what we've been doing the past couple streams is working on like how would we redraft a constitution. So that has been the project so far. Mostly been working on the executive branch and figuring out what we would do with the executive branch. But tonight I'm trying to get ready to release another video so that we have something digestible to push. I'm going to be releasing some silly video game videos that I think will drive some traffic soon. And there would be no point in driving traffic if I didn't have a digestible video ready. What do you mean, Maddie? Which video? Got the Deltarune theory videos coming up, but tonight we're working on the digestible Constitutional Convention video. So we're gonna pull up my 30-minute video, figure out what works, and figure out how to boil things down to just the points to like make it 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I feel like 10 minutes at this point is too long. It needs to be quick, snappy, but also get across all the points. How did the one super popular one do? Let me see. Am I aware of what's happening in Argentina? I don't know what's going on in Argentina right now, notables. I unfortunately have a lot going on in my personal life, plus all the shit that's going on in America, like the voter suppression bill in America is way too close to passing. Was it Prager? Oh, Prager was good. Let's see. Let's pull it up. I mean, I can't use the PragerU video to make anything worthwhile. Let's see. Go to Know Nothing Attorney. Videos. What was the super popular video? What the heck? Where are my videos? Come on. There we go. Okay, so what do we got? Man, the PragerU video only has 34 views? I could have sworn it got more than that. Okay, let me throw it up on screen. No. The closest to 1,000 we've gotten is 658 with the 3-hour gender debate. Hey, the Constitutional Convention one is over 250,000. You know, still small, but I haven't posted any videos in a while. The Should Men Wear Dresses has gotten 783 views. Yeah, the 3-hour one got the most. Yes. I'm an audio-visual professional. Maybe I can help you generate a 5-minute version of a 30-minute video. 30 minutes cut to be 3 videos of 10 minutes. I mean, I think most importantly, I need to boil all the content down to something digestible and maybe redirect to my 30-minute video. But I mean, I don't even know if like the 30-minute video is the right mode at this point, because it's kind of meant to be like draw interest into the idea. But like at this point, we just gotta push the idea. But yeah, we'll bring it up. We'll watch it. Let's mute the music. What if extreme? Oh my god. Maddie, I'm so used to my like normal voice now. You were so right about like my voice being strained and high pitched when I was uncomfortable doing this video. And my advice is to do what you feel like doing. If you get caught up in editing, you'll never be satisfied. I mean, believe me, I worked on this video is the first thing I did, and it took me like a month and a half to do. Okay. It has been a while since I've watched this. And then on top of that, I need my Google Doc up so I can start typing a script. I guess the main thing that I'm going to be doing by reviewing this video is making sure there aren't like any major ideas that I miss. I don't want to, because I worked and reworked this thing for a while, so hopefully it'll be a good source of where we should go from there. Man, how do I want to center everything? Well, I guess we'll just throw the Google Doc up here. Okay. All right. Somebody say something? Nope. What is that notification sound? I don't know what that sound was. Gotta learn my still learning my Twitch. Okay, so that's there. I will move this over to this window. Can. Was it Discord? I don't see any notifications on Discord. There we go. Come on. Okay, so now I've got another window up. There we go. Put that down. And okay. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing. This is too much. I guess I need to shrink the video farther. I just love throwing tons of crap on screen. Okay. So, I am dreading watching this, Maddie. My voice. I'm so used to my normal voice now, and now it's gonna be all. You got me in my head about it. You need to renew your passport. I just got it. I just got a passport. Yay! I can run away. All right, here we go. January 6th, 2021. Okay, so the entire point of the first section of this video is to draw people into the idea that things are bad.
Of course,
they were
that's
bad
what we all think of.
6 years ago.
But that's not where the real action
5
was
years
that
ago,
day.
they were bad. And they
You
are
don't see
worse
something
now.
really scary?
And I think we can just shortcut that because there's too much stuff that's just right in our face right now. So section 1. Let's bold this, set it apart. Where are the bullets? There's the bullets. Section 1. Things is bad, y'all. Oh. Okay, so obviously we've got the Voter Suppression Act. We've got the Epstein files. We've got public executions. Don't have any name changes. Concentration camps, thank you. And what was the other one that I was just thinking of? Calls for executions of political opponents. Yeah, deportations isn't going to do it though. They're bad. It's all bad, but it's not gonna have the kind of impact where it's like this is end of a nation type stuff we're talking about. Okay, so Trump stating that he's going to limit voting. Sometimes you need a dictator. Kidnapping foreign. Wow. Yeah. Welcome in, Frank Big Time. You having a good night? Unilateral acts of war. This is, wow, it's been bad, y'all. It's been so bad. Shutting down First Amendment rights in the media. Oh yeah, that just happened again too, didn't it? First Amendment limitations. You just finished work? Frank, what time zone are you in? Don't say that. I don't like that. Okay, let's keep going.
If Mike Pence does the right thing, we win the election.
Okay, I gotta put my own personal pet peeve in there. After already attempting to steal an election. Andrew, formerly known as Prince Andrew, got arrested today. Yeah, I heard briefly on a stream somebody say that he got released. Did that happen? Or is he still in custody? Okay, Frank Big Time, that makes more sense. He's released? Are you kidding me? Frank, you're not Optimus, are you? Is this a different username for the same person? Oh yeah, man. You know, with other countries actually holding people accountable, it is promising. Promising to see that they might actually out some people. That will be interesting. You've never had that? We just have 2 Australians in my stream tonight? That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, back to it. I had to, because I can't get away from friggin' mentioning the 2020 election. The fake electors plot is insane. Yeah, it's gonna accelerate. I just can't believe they're saying they're done. Like, that's, man. And this has taught me a lot about media manipulation. It's been crazy. Like, how can you carefully construct the slow release of the worst possible thing, and then like carefully select stories to make the stories themselves discredit future stories, use stories to spread rumors online and then play into those rumors just so that everything becomes confused. People think that things have already been released that aren't, and like it's all like it's a playbook. It's not all accidents. It's all just playbook. Well, actually, it's an even bigger coincidence because while I live in Australia, I am from Iowa, just like Maddie. Whoa. 2 Iowans, 2 Australians. Wow. I don't want to read Rhoda and Freedom, Maddie. I don't like reading. How dare you? Man, I guess I have to now, huh? I tried listening to it again the other day. I tried. Just, stupid ADHD brain sucks. I like I like it. I like the content. It's just my brain has a hard time sitting with it. I can't just sit there and think about the ideas that are presented to me in like a linear fashion. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Sometimes I want to punch my ADHD brain in the head.
Pursuant to the law, Chapter 1 of Title 3.
This.
What was it? I think I was just taking a walk. Because I like to listen to stuff while I'm on a walk. But like generally it has to be stuff that like doesn't matter if I zone out and come back. You find doing other thing helps a lot? Maddie, are you ADHD? I don't remember. Doing Sudoku. Okay, well, that explains that. I'm thinking at a million different things at the same time. Trouble with audiobooks for the exactly opposite autistic reason. I hyper focus on each sentence, cannot follow along at enough speed. That's why I read extremely slowly. Like, I feel like I have to understand every word and the syntax. Like, other people just like scan. I'm like, how do you scan? I have to understand the sentence that the person made.
This is the closest our Constitution ever came to complete collapse.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
one man's conscience saved America's claim to the word republic. For
Oof.
a time,
Wow, that was optimistic at the
Not
time I wrote that a few
institutions.
months ago.
not checks and balances. No. By this moment,
God, we were so
those had
innocent back
already
in
failed to
October.
protect us. Mike Pence alone spared
Our
us
day.
by doing the bare minimum. Counting
Okay.
correctly.
Read the whole book out. I've read the whole book out loud. Did he give permission to do that? Because that definitely seems like that's not fair use. That's not fair use. Cheating. Internationals.
Despite the risks he knew he would face, he did his constitutional duty instead of going along with a criminal conspiracy to override the people's will with fake electoral votes. Yeah, fake.
That's cool. I do need to check out Bar Day.
Yeah, criminal. They tried to get Mike Pence to rely on fraudulent electoral votes to choose the next president unilaterally.
Man, I was so stressed about
But
filming
you don't
this
have to listen to
video.
me on this one. Listen to the people who took part in the months of scheming. We have the receipts. Uncomfortable.
I have since rearranged my art.
Unsound. Not valid. No good.
Oh, you should have seen it. It was so much worse. It was so much worse. Like when I first did the recording, I just stared deep into the camera, like everything I read, and like friends watched it and they're like, "Dude, you can't do that. You can't do that." I had a friend tell me like I have to look like toward the if my camera's mounted on top of my computer, I have to look like 4 inches below it.
Illegal.
Now I only ever look directly at the camera if I am doing my sign-off.
Dangerous for the Republic itself. Treasonous.
Definitely
What
cannot
the
spend time on
president
doing
wanted.
evidence.
Fake. Sorry.
I at the time I couldn't make
Alternative.
this without like substantiating all of my claims.
That was a lot. But most Americans have no idea how close we came. That's why I needed you to understand before you hear the rest. That was almost 5 years ago. And the comeuppance for the people who planned to silently end American democracy? Nothing. While they waited, we caught our breath and did nothing to stop them from trying again. And then those same people easily reclaimed the reins of power. The Constitution remains, but as January 6th made clear, it is structurally compromised. And that will be true no matter who we entrust it to. And the proven persistent threat of a constitutional crisis is itself a constitutional crisis. And there is only one solution when the Constitution becomes the crisis: an Article 5 Constitutional Convention. The Constitution's option for rewriting its own rules. A tool for the states to completely remake the federal government.
That's a good idea, Maddie. I
without
should try that.
asking its permission. But Article 5 only works if we remember its power, and if we can bind our fates together to wield it. I'm No Nothing attorney, and I'm here because we need to talk about options we usually ignore because they have a reputation for being too difficult. But there comes a point when too difficult has to become merely difficult.
transition
And for the U.S. Constitution,
we gotta start
this
with
is that point. Constitutional law is a body of law focused on the co-authored definition of a
we
people's
usually
rights
focus
and the distribution of their joint
on
power.
two methods.
I fell in
of
love with
presidential
constitutional
removal.
law because I see it as our attempt to codify our best instincts, to improve our shared
Is a
existence.
third.
That gives me a head start on explaining Article 5. But you don't need
We'll
a
get
law
to it.
degree to understand it or use it. Article 5 was designed for the people, not lawyers.
Start.
We're going to touch
thinking
on some big ideas today,
about
and some of them deserve
actually
their own videos in the
changing
future.
systems.
But for right now, I just need to teach you the
Not-
basics. Let me show you what Article 5 says. The Congress, on the application of the
Patching it
legislatures of
over and
2/3
over
of the
again.
several states, shall
Do you see
call a
that when I threatened
convention
to
for
kill
proposing
Wexler?
amendments.
No, share. Share. This is how you do actual change. And Article 5, Constitutional Convention. "34 states to call a constitutional convention. Congress calls. Deliberation and proposal of amendments. 38 states to ratify. You can remove a president, strip them of powers, freeze the executive branch, hell, change whatever you want. I'll be up front. Now, this may be a different section, not super important. The obstacles. I don't even know why I
shall
have
be
my own
valid-
video going at this point, but okay, let's look at this. Lex Wexner's attorney threatening to kill him? His own attorney? What? Huh? What?
It was just regularly done.
Answer the question.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It was just regularly done.
What does he say? I will fucking kill you if you answer another question. What? I will fucking kill you if you answer another question in more than 5 words. God. This man is too old to suffer enough for everything that he did. That's depressing to me. It's not a threat. It's just typical lawyer shit. It's just like, I have fucking trained you. I have trained you. I have trained you. I've told you how to answer questions. We've been over this. You didn't take me seriously while I was telling it to you, and I was frustrated at the time, but I thought I told you enough anyway. Can you please answer questions the way I told you to? Yeah, the laughter does feel a little weird. Well, sure, of course. I'm gonna listen to it one more time. I love that that's all caught on mic. That's beautiful.
It was just regularly done.
I mean, Wexner doesn't look like he is at all, like, put off by this. Well, I will fucking kill you. Or the whole clip. Like, look at his face while the lawyer's telling him, "I'm gonna kill you." Like, he's just like, he. He looks fucking giddy. He looks like a child with a toy. Ugh, God. Gross. When was this deposition? Good lawyering, great ASMR. Great advice. Lay people are going to freak out. Oh man. As a former public defender, I feel this in my soul. That was today? Wow. Things are moving fast, I guess.
To all intents and purposes as part of
Okay,
this Constitution,
I can't
when
read
ratified
the
by
actual text.
3/4
That's
of
done.
the
Take
several
too long.
states.
I just got to get the points across.
If you're not keeping score, that's 34 states to call a convention,
34 states
and
to call,
38 to ratify whatever comes out of it.
38 to ratify.
And I mean whatever. Up
big
to
one.
and including a complete rewrite of the Constitution. Heck,
Congress
we've used it to
calls
make
the
every
convention.
major change to the government in American history. Women's right to vote,
But it
equal
does
protection under the
so
law, the
on
abolition
the
of slavery.
application
Time and
states.
time again, Article 5 has taken the unrealistic
solution.
and made it reality. There
We
is
draft
no limit.
a
The only thing explicitly protected from rewrite is equal representation of the states in the Senate.
draft a detailed
And when lawyers read law,
application,
there's a rule.
all states
The
sign on
intentional
to.
inclusion of certain things means the intentional exclusion of all others.
No
So when the
other
founders noted
convention
only one
be
exception to
called.
Article 5's power, the equal representation of the states in the Senate, it meant they intended the tool to be capable of quite literally anything else. And why wouldn't they? That's exactly what they were doing when they wrote it. Using a convention to factory reset their government. Don't forget, our current Constitution is the second one. When the founders saw that the Articles of Confederation were broken, they didn't enshrine the document as untouchable. No. They acknowledged it and replaced it with something better. And make no mistake, our system is broken. I'm going to show you exactly how it's broken, why Article 5 is the only solution, and why a constitutional convention is safer than we might think. Here's how it's supposed to work. The federal government was designed to have limited and separate powers. The courts ensure rights are protected and constitutional limits are upheld,
Blah, blah,
being
blah,
states
Austin,
certified
blah, blah,
votes with fake ones for himself. These aren't isolated.
And like, these were my worst examples at the time. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pause. Sorry, I'm going to pause stream. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everybody. And I know it says I'm starting soon. I didn't have time to change it. Okay. Back to what we were working on. Needed to tuck lore back in.
Isolated incidents. They're connected by a pattern. Constitutional assumptions that no longer hold. The Constitution assumes that duties will be carried out by honorable civil servants interested in the peaceful transfer of power. Only shown you military leadership, attempting to deny citizenship, cruel and unusual punishable
Okay,
appropriation.
I'll watch this part just because it's fun.
And there are few gentlemen left to maintain it.
I spent way too much time.
Together,
proving
these executive
shit.
overreaches reveal what we're really dealing with. This is a Hydra problem. A Hydra has many heads, and I've only shown you 3.
Like, this is super cute.
But the
being
Trump
cute.
administration is responsible for dozens more constitutional crises and violations. Seizing congressional appropriations, claiming unilateral authority to end federal programs, blocking
And this was
congressional
all, like,
seats, dismantling
first half of
congressionally mandated
2025.
agencies, deploying federal troops in
And
non-consenting states, politically antagonizing U.S. troops against civilians,
Most of
politically
the stuff's
purging
from
military
first half of
leadership,
2025.
attempting to deny citizenship, cruel and unusual punishment, extrajudicial killings, dismantling federal oversight, allowing wealthy civilians to politically gut purging the administrators, purging scientists for refusing to support
chilling
false
legal
claims, ignoring
existence,
court orders, demanding oaths of loyalty, denying aid to U.S. territories, denying aid to U.S. states, attacking the free press, chilling free speech, purging the press corps, mass disinformation, targeting individuals based on targeting attacks on university funding, attacking state election processes, unilateral acts of war, extorting a foreign nation to investigate accepting foreign gifts, using public office for family profit, attempting to pay himself with taxpayer dollars, sowing doubt in the electoral process. If you think other presidents have done these things, to the limited extent you're correct, I'm glad you see the problem. And let this be a warning. If you think you're winning on one to fight a high print for how to exploit them is now public. Project 2025, for instance, a policy framework designed to maximize executive power, exists with or without Trump. And traditional solutions, voting, protesting, prosecuting, are more important than ever. But they can't fix the underlying structural problems. They can only address symptoms. You can only beat a Hydra by changing the rules of the fight. We can take that lesson straight from Hercules. New rule, no more heads. For instance, if the president shows you that the pardon power can be used to excuse crimes committed to try to keep them in power, then you can make an amendment to take the pardon power away from the president. That's changing the rules. The point is this: don't play by the monster's rules. Make your own. That's what Article 5 does. It can close the constitutional vulnerabilities the bad actors exploited, and it can do even more than that. Article 5 changes everything. Let's see what fighting a Hydra looks like in action, using the most extreme possible scenario. First, I want us to take a moment to absorb this quote from Staff Sergeant Demi Palachek of the Illinois National Guard.
If you were activated to the Chicago mission, would you
I
defy
love her
orders?
hair every
Absolutely.
time.
I would definitely say no.
Reporter's hair.
Tell me
I don't
why.
know who she is, but I love her
I
hair.
mean, I'm not going to go against my community members, my family, and my culture, my neighbors.
Now imagine, the president turns the U.S. military against the American people under some flimsy claim to constitutional authority. The Supreme Court is divided. Congress, paralyzed. Our troops are supposed to reject unconstitutional orders,
And there's the part that makes
but their
me in
commander-in-chief
personal
is
danger from
claiming
the President of the
supreme
United
authority
States.
to interpret the Constitution.
I have an Article 2 where I have the right to do whatever I want as president.
What
Let's fucking
realistic
change that.
option do they have to say no? Imagine instead that 38 states ratify an amendment stripping the president of authority to issue orders to their sons and daughters. No more heads.
My voice got rough.
The president can only claim they have no right to do so. Now 2 sovereigns are claiming superior authority to interpret the Constitution, one of whom gave the other its power in the first place. And more importantly, in this scenario, our troops are no longer isolated. Their state, all the states, have given them a valid competing interpretation they can rely on. They have institutional backing to refuse orders, not by defying the Constitution, but by obeying it as interpreted by the sovereigns who created it. That's teeth. That's real backup. And with 2 powers claiming the loyalty of our defenders, who wins? Take another look at that quote. There is no such thing as a federal community, a federal family, federal culture, or federal neighbors. As much as we've lost sight of it, we are all statespeople
That goes
at the
hard.
end of the day. I know where I'd put my
I think
money.
at this point I have to not push the
Article 5
statesman
can bring
idea.
federal power to heal.
I just need to push that this is how we solve the problem. I need to push that idea.
Yes,
I
Ms.
think
Wood.
this can boil
But
down
know
okay.
nothing, I hear you say. Can't a constitutional convention go off the rails? What if extremists capture it? Shouldn't we be afraid of this option? Let's get that straight right now. No. But I'll tell you what you should be scared of. 5 Supreme Court justices already willing to throw out decades-old rights on a whim.
Yeah, I
with
mean, I
other
can't even
rights
touch the
next in
Supreme Court
line.
in this video, like the short version
Or
of the video.
one
I can't do
president
it.
already consolidating legislative, judicial, and executive power beyond his office without consequence. Now don't get me
I hate
wrong,
that clip, him saying they
I
love
understand
me.
the concern. Article 5 is frighteningly powerful. What's to stop it from going wrong? Simple math. Check this out. 38 states to ratify. That means it takes more than just radicals to pose any threat. It would take 38 radical states. States whose powers are being taken from them at this moment. Let's test the theory. Can you think of 13 states that would never ratify a radical constitution on either side of the fence? If you were in the blue corner, for instance, did you think of any of these? Red corner? Neither extreme can win. It doesn't look so dangerous now, does it? A constitutional convention requires actual negotiation and compromise over some pretty existential stuff. Once we get down to the fundamentals of governance, the system, not the outcomes, you'd be surprised how many people you usually disagree with suddenly become very reasonable, regardless of affiliation. Conservatives and liberals, neither one is essentially radical. There are even times we remember how to be neighbors to one another. And let's face it, we are in a very fragile and possibly brief moment where your historical political enemies, they stand to be your allies. Rational people on both sides want the madness to stop.
God, this is depressing.
We may not get another chance.
53% of U.S. voters dissatisfied with democracy. It's just so depressing.
Chance like this. A window where both sides see the system is broken and want structural change. We need to use it and trust each other to take our power back from the radical elements of
I'm in disbelief that the fucking shit jet happened. It's just insane. Can't believe that.
using it. And the best place to build that trust is in our local communities, because that's where real power lies. If you pull back the curtain between yourself and the government, you'll see that states are just collections of local communities. Our communities. We have real power there.
Oh yeah, I gotta have.
And
I
if
gotta
you
have
walk
the
away
quote.
from this video with just one
Okay,
idea,
I'm glad I watched
let
through.
it be this. An idea that captures the very spirit of the Article 5 Constitutional Convention. The American federal government is nothing more than a convenient shared fiction of the several states. And when it ceases to be convenient, the states may replace it with something that is convenient. That's right. The president, the federal government,
I do not like them, Sam, I am.
they aren't the rightful holders of American power. They are agents, custodians, and when
Got
the
the quote
states
down.
demand they return it, it is no longer theirs to withhold. So look to the states. It is much easier for us to wield power when it is close at hand. And if we can find the strength to move these individual United States together, there is no end to what we can achieve. Hear me out. So far,
Okay, yeah.
ownership and is closer than you think.
Can make a positive impact. Yeah.
I'm not pitching something quick or easy. Now, I do something after the 7. I don't need to know you for that.
Ah,
Many have just forgotten how.
we don't have enough states. Easy. Oh, let me put this back up on screen. Oof. Streams have been getting quiet lately. Do I have... Politics, yeah. Okay. Well, what you gonna do? Sometimes you gotta stream to nobody. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So just start there.
Ugh,
And in a
I got
future
so
video, I'll
emotional.
tell you how we get from there to the convention. If you want to know just one piece, something I'm calling the Annapolis Initiative. After the 1786 convention where the
I had
states
so much hope
coordinated
about making more
before
videos back then.
drafting the Constitution. And I think it only needs something like 26 states, not 34. Want to know how that many states can make a difference? Subscribe. Join the Discord in the channel description. Join a live stream and tell me why I'm wrong about any of this. Share the video, because we're building this together and that means I need you too. I'm no nothing attorney, and as you will always hear me say, I'm proud of you. I don't need to know you for that to be real. You deserve to hear it. Because life is hard. It's always been hard, and it always will be hard. And the way you face every day the way you do is remarkable. So stay remarkable, and I'll see you at the convention. See you next time. Thanks for being here for my first video. I didn't know a thing about any of this when I started. Editing, streaming, any of that. So it's been a learning experience, and I have some people to thank. I couldn't have chosen a harder goal to pursue, but I refuse to let that make this miserable. This channel is going to be about serious work and having fun while we do it. Constitutional education, sure, but also community, conversation, maybe some chaos. We are building the plane while we fly it. I don't have all the answers, And that's kind of the point. There's a lot we've been putting up with our whole lives. Things that can and should end with us. So I hope you'll join me and help write that future. Because no one will do it until someone decides to. And that can be us. I'm streaming every day while I build this community. So come argue with me. Come tell me I'm wrong. Come give me ideas. Come be part of something. I'll see you in the Discord. And I'll see you at the convention. Stay remarkable. I think I need to watch that video more often. Make me feel motivated and my hopes for change. Okay, so I think I've got a rubric for an outline. Got an outline for a video, and I think I can spit all that out in maybe 6 minutes. I think so. So I think we did what we came to do tonight. Next time we can work on. Got to get back to the Constitution. I do think we need to, if we're going to be pushing people to call for a convention, people are going to be scared about what that convention will look like. So I think we need to have an answer ready with what an application would look like. And I think we also need to have a plan for what delegations will look like. And I think we need to have, like, you know, we can't decide what other states do for their delegations or whatever. You need to make it clear and easy to understand how it would be implemented. Yeah, for sure. I think we need, like, at least welcome back, Optimus. You've been gone a while. I'm about to wrap up here. It's been quiet. It is. I need to make it simple. And you're probably right. I need to do like a timeline recap. Visual timeline recap. We go. Others get individual to all other states to action. Application drafting convention. Submit application Congress. Hold proposal convention with or without congressional consent. Ratify. Argue a bunch about what goes in the Constitution. Introduce mandatory literacy tests for voting. Yeah, that ain't happening. How anti-American. The better solution is to make sure it's not necessary. Gotta give people a right to an education. And then you have to make sure that civics is taught. I guess. Other materials needed to go live.
specific constitutional proposals, recommendations for delegations, lawyers, teachers, unions, healthcare professionals, etc. And we have to have a draft application to Congress, less necessary, renewed declaration of independence of the states. Potential impact across institutions, such as state versus federal. Well, I mean, you could tear down the whole federal construct. So that's the impact, potential impact to the federal government. It ceases to exist. Yeah. Don't fill in holes in the wall. Rebuild with better material. That's it. I mean, and as far as potential impact to states versus federal, it's like no impact on the states. Could completely remove the federal government. Because the Constitution is just an agreement between the states, right? Okay, I think this is where we needed to get to tonight. Switch it off and back on again. No. Switch it off and replace the router. Switching it off and back on again would be like a budget freeze. Look for a new provider, right? Yeah. Yeah, I need Google Fiber. Okay, well, Optimus, I'm glad you're here for the end of it. Sometimes you just gotta stream to nobody, or one person. I'm streaming just for you, Optimus Scrim. I mean, that's how I started this channel. I streamed for like a month and a half to nobody. Oh, don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Thank you, Optimus. I appreciate it. I will keep it up. Because you never get anywhere until you go through the, 0 to 5 people at a time type thing. And the streams where I've debated people and like had like 20 participants, like those have just happened all at once for no reason. So you just got to be live for it. Yeah, even if it's just for myself. That's right. And the times I stream for myself, I can get some work done. I remember the days like October, November. I just streamed for nobody and I just worked on a video the whole time. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm No Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. And that's what we aim to do here every time we're live. I want to learn from you, and I hope that you can learn along with me. As always, I'm proud of you. I don't need to know you personally for that to be real. It's true, and you deserve to hear it. Because if for no other reason than that life is hard, it's always been hard and always will be hard. But the way you face each and every single day, the way you do, is remarkable. So stay remarkable, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night. Good night, Optimus Scrim.